Hey, you're right guys, today I'll be doing a review on the World of Nintendo Super Mario 9-inch figurine that's just recently come out from Nintendo. So I'll be doing an unboxing today to show you guys what it's all about. So this cost me £20, so it's quite expensive for what it is. And yeah, so it is an okay figurine. It's okay, but let's just show you guys what it's all about anyway. So at the bottom here you have the World of Nintendo logo and obviously Super Mario logo there. On the left hand side bottom it's got Mario 9-inch figurine, which is 23 centimeters. On the side is just a Mario pose and they're pretty much the same thing. On the back it tells you the articulation and how he moves. It says his head can move and his arms can move, and obviously his gloves do twist around, so that's a little bit extra there. So as it says there on the top, that says, just quickly give it a little bit of a look. It says there, Mario, Hero of Mushroom Kingdom, World of Nintendo, and it's got it in different languages. And on the bottom, which I'll show you guys here, has got various other characters you can collect, which is actually from the 6 and 4-inch figurines. So you have Donkey Kong, Bowser, Mario, Yoshi, Link and Wario. Right, yeah, and on the bottom there it shows you the companies that are involved, manufacturers and all that. And obviously it was made in this year recently, so... Okay, so... moving on to the actual figurine now. I've already cut the figurine out of the box to save some time. And now we're going to actually have a little look at the actual figurine. Now, I've been a big fan of Mario for a very long time. And I was there when he first appeared on the first ever console. I had my first console was the Nintendo, the NES. Which... it was my first childhood console I've ever had, and Mario was my first game, as well as Duck Hunt, which is a little shoot 'em up where you shoot the ducks in the air and everything. So yeah, Mario has been a big part of my childhood, and he will continue to be part of my life, as well as Sonic and other anime stuff that I collect. So I saw this guy in his shops, which I bought him from the Entertainer, which is a UK shop. As I said before, he is £20, but there's obviously, it's Boxing Day today in the UK, and this guy is now for £15 for a short period of time. So if you guys like what you see here and you think, I might buy this guy, then I'm sure you should go down there very quickly and buy him. So actually moving on to the figurine now. Now the problem with this is, which I'm actually quite shocked. Now, with a lot of the figures that were on sale in the Entertainer, there was a lot of paint job problems on the sculpture, which I was a bit shocked really, because normally, like toy companies like Jazzware normally do shoddy sort of cheap looking material sculptures and stuff like that, but for some reason I had a hard time finding a really decent Mario to get. And I'll just point out the defects in this one, which are not the worst. I assure you the other ones were a lot worse than what I found out. So I'll show you the articulation anyway. So basically his head only moves left and right, and it's quite stiff, but once you move it around a few times you get the hang of it. And obviously his arms only move up and down and side to side, I'd just say. It's quite squeaky because he's quite new. And obviously you can have his gloves, his hands, do a 360 also. Now, even though it says in the box it goes left and right, I wouldn't advise you guys to go all the way around, because it does put a strain on the head, so I wouldn't bother going all the way around if you know what's good for you. So, giving a quickie on the actual sculpture itself, guys, and the actual paint job, let's have a little bit of a zoom in. So, the few problems I've seen with these 9-inch figurines is that the paint job. Now, it reminds me of bootleg, but it isn't, which is a shame. I mean, if you look very closely on the buttons, if I can get a good pose, you'll see hopefully, which you can't. Probably the camera's not really picking up very well. But if you guys see, well, you can't actually see it on the camera if you look really closely. You really can't see it on the camera, but obviously when you look at it yourself, you have, there's like sort of, not on every figure, but it has some sort of colour defects going on with the buttons, with the gold buttons. It has like a green smear sometimes in the middle, which I have on each button, which is quite annoying. And if you look at it in the light, you can see sort of like it's easy to mark, which you really can't see on the camera here also, but the paintwork's easy to mark, which is a shame. And I've seen a lot of defects with the mouth. With the mouth here, like the paint job on the actual mouth itself. And the moustache, the eyes, and even the M on the hat where it meets there, where it stops there. There's actually a little bit of white going down his hat, which is really bad. But don't let that persuade you from buying this toy, because this toy is actually really cool overall. It is actually a nice figurine. It's a nice posable figurine. It's good for display. I think they've done a really good idea and a great job making a Mario. I hope they make other figurines of series, because this is the only known one I know of that's actually out at the moment. And when I asked the toy store, you know, when did these come in, and asked if it, you know, is there any more other types coming in, they didn't know anything. They just said to me, oh, we get deliveries every day, we have no idea what comes in, which is, I think, it's a lie and bullshit, to be honest with you. Of course, you're not going to have a toy store not knowing what's coming in, otherwise you'll just have all sorts of shit coming in. Of course you know what's coming in, it's just a big lie. So, yeah, I mean, on the hair as well, on the side here, some of them had really, like, it went onto his face, like the brown paint went onto his face area, so it's very sloppy on some figurines. This one isn't too bad. This is actually one of the better types. The sculpture isn't really badly painted. But yeah, I'm surprised that Nintendo have lowered their quality quite badly. I mean, what's going on there? I mean, it's pretty bad. But apart from that, guys, it's actually awesome. It is really great. I mean, I love this thing. It's expensive for what it is. It feels like it should be really retail at £10, not 20 or 15. It should be £10 for what it is and what the details and quality is. Obviously, I've seen a hell of a lot worse, but, you know, this thing isn't exactly the best. But then again, it isn't the worst. I'll say this is an average, overpriced Mario figure. Now, let's move on to the actual feet. They've done a great job on the shoes, on the paintwork on the shoes. And with some problems with that, obviously the blue and the brown have sometimes mixed, which is very bad. Okay, so moving on to the actual shoes now, and the actual, what it says on the bottom of the shoes. You've got on the, well, top part of the shoe, you've got obviously when it was made, Nintendo logo, and obviously the company who were involved was Jakks Pacific Inc. Which I didn't know these guys made this, to be honest with you, until now. So this was definitely manufactured by Jakks Pacific and made in China. So yeah, all rights reserved and all the other stuff. So right, well, that's about it for this figure review, guys. I mean, there isn't much else to say about this Mario figurine, but if I give you a quick zoom up on the face, that you can see his face. See, this paint job on this guy is really great. He's a lot better than what I had seen in the shop. And it had loads of problems. So yeah. And there's also another thing I've spotted, is a quick weird defects. You see like a second white dot on each eye, which a lot of them had. So this is the thing I'm talking about with quality. It's just strange how Nintendo have dropped their sort of quality in the sculptures, which is a shame, but it's nowhere near as bad as Jazzwares. So yeah, that's about it for this figurine review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the figurine. With comments down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I do really appreciate it. I really appreciate every single one of you guys that have subscribed to me. I'll do my best to come to your channels and comment on your videos and share my opinions as you have with mine. So, yeah. Okay, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon for another video review.